Hello, hi, it's Jessie, and I'm back with another plan with me. So, in this week's video, I wanted to do a Q&A, and I asked you guys to send in some questions on Instagram. So, before we get into that, I'm using our fairy tale sidekicks kit this week. That is a tongue twister. Fairy tale sidekicks kit. All links down below, and any other sticker shops that I also used, I will also be including their links. So moving on to the questions, the first one that we got is, how did you come up with the name oddloop? And I'm actually surprised that this is the first time we're getting asked this in the almost 5 years that we've been open. But basically, we came up with the name after a Japanese song that Ricky really liked. He was obsessed with it back when we first started, and it was constantly on repeat, and so it just kind of stuck. So yeah, we are named after a song called Odd Loop, and it's by the band Frederick. So if you're interested in Japanese rock, pop, that sort of a thing, it might be up your alley, and you can go give it a listen. The next question is, what roles do you and Ricky play in the shop? This is a good question. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Odd Loop is actually run by two people, me and my boyfriend Ricky. So actually, it's easier to start with Ricky. So Ricky is in charge of most of the designs. He's done, I would say, 95% of the designs in our shop. Every once in a while, I get a little bit creative and I do some things. So our character stickers, those are my designs. But for the most part, he draws everything. And then I literally do everything else. So social media, marketing, listings, order, fulfillment and processing, taxes, business licensing, paperwork, like literally everything else you can think of, I do. Oh, and I also art direct. Another question that we had is, what advice do you have for somebody to help grow their business, such as sales? So I can tell you what we did, since, when we started, it was also like 0 followers, 0 sales. We started from scratch, and I basically cold messaged some people on YouTube and Instagram to see if they wanted to receive our stickers. I didn't even actually ask them for a review. So if they liked our products and they chose to review it themselves, then that was great. But I didn't specifically ask them to do it. So yeah, that's how we first got the word out about our products. And then another tip that I have is, especially nowadays, I feel like the community is just really saturated with sticker shops, and so it really helps to like think of a thing that differentiates you from other shops. And so for us, that was original art. Like, we design and create all of our artwork in house, and I feel like that's a big thing that sets us apart from other shops. When do you plan on having the babies? Ask me again in 2 years. What is the most challenging part of owning a sticker shop? So for me personally, it was purely mental. In the beginning, I found it really hard to fully focus on what we were doing and not comparing ourselves to other shops. Social media makes this really easy to do. So I was constantly looking at other shops and going, oh, they have this many followers. Like, how do I get to this point? Or this shop has X amount of Etsy sales. Like, how do I get to that number? And Etsy makes it really easy to compare yourselves, because they show you the sales number like right there on the homepage. So it's a big reason why I want to transition off of Etsy. So we are working on our own website. But in any case, yeah, I feel like that was the biggest problem I had. I've definitely gotten a lot better. I would say it's pretty much like almost gone. It's, every once in a while I still find myself, oh, what can we do better, or what are we doing wrong? But those thoughts are definitely few and far between now, especially once I changed my mindset of other shops are my competition versus, small businesses can really help support other small businesses, and in turn this would benefit everybody. And I feel like this is definitely the healthier and more beneficial way of thinking about things, because after you've made friends in the community, like we all help each other with our small businesses, and that's way better than trying to tear each other down. Oh, and another thing that I find really hard is when none of my machines work. And my machines, I call them my children sometimes, and when they decide to rebel, it's like always on the same day. So those days are very frustrating. Another question was, what is your shop's most popular kit? And that would be our Avengers one. It's currently in the process of being reformatted. Will be up in the shop soon. But yes, the Marvel Avengers one, I believe, is our most popular kit, and then the Disney Villains is a close second. What made you change into this notebook for sticker planning? So this notebook is from Archer and Olive, and it's just a blank bullet journal, and I like that there's no dates like set for you. And I've also switched to an undated planner for my work personal planner. And I was finding that back when I was using like dated planners, if I skipped a week or if there was just a week where I was too busy to sticker plan, I would feel really guilty and feel like I wasted my money with that planner, because they're not cheap. And so this system I like better because I can just hop in when I want to sticker plan, and then also if I have a week where like I'm too busy, then I'm not gonna feel terrible about it, because all the pages are undated anyways, and so I can use it to whatever like week works best for me. What is your favorite Animal Crossing character to draw? I asked Ricky for this one because he's the one that draws the Animal Crossing stuff in our shop, and he told me his favorite is Blathers. Yeah, he's the most proud of that one. Do you design on an iPad, and if so, which one? Again, this is a Ricky question. He primarily designs in Illustrator, so he is a vector artist, vector designer. But we do have an iPad that we use, and I think it's just like an iPad mini. It's not a Pro, which I believe a lot of the artists use iPad Pros. Where did you get your office chair from? Oh, this person must have seen Ricky's chair being shown on my Insta stories. His is from Herman Miller, which is crazy expensive, but he also has a bad back, and so it's ergonomic and helps him with that. And then mine is just a really like cheap one from, I can't even remember, like Target or IKEA. What are your go-to feel-good movies? I don't watch a lot of movies, to be honest. If I had to pick, it would probably be Pixar movies. Every time they release a new one, I feel like it gets better and better. So my current favorite ones are Coco and Zootopia. If I had to choose like the ultimate feel-good thing that I watch, it would be Korean dramas. I'm like crazy good at binge watching K-dramas and then not getting enough sleep because of that. It's a problem, but I just really love watching like cheesy romantic K-dramas that set unrealistic expectations of real life. I don't know, something about those just really get to me. The next question is, what is your first inspiration into the planning community? Ooh, that's a good one. I actually got into it from Andrea from Scribble Prints Co. I actually randomly came across one of her YouTube videos like 5 years ago, maybe, one of her plan with me's. She was doing them way back when, and so I randomly watched one, instantly got hooked. I don't even know how I discovered it. I think YouTube just suggested it to me. So, and then I told Ricky about it, and he was like, "Oh, I can, design some stickers for you to plan with," because he's a graphic designer, by occupation. And so, literally, like within 10 minutes of us discussing this, just made a spontaneous trip to Michael's. Spent, I don't know, $200-300 to buy a Cricut machine, and yeah, here we are 5 years later. We're not using Cricut anymore. We've since switched to Silhouette, but it's been a while and we're still loving it. So Andrea, if you're watching this, you're amazing. And yeah, you're the reason I started this whole thing. So thank you. What are some products you are planning on bringing to the shop? I think this is a good last question to end off on. And so oddloop is currently specializing in planner stickers. And earlier this summer, we actually introduced a new product into our lineup, which were enamel pins. And November 7th, in about a week from now, we're also releasing our very first washi tape, which I'm super excited about. If you're following us on Instagram, you'll know it's like a postal bear design, which I think he's super cute. And then I also just placed a manufacturer order for some custom sticky notes and paper pads. Hopefully those come in by the end of the month so that I can do some sort of like promotion for Black Friday. We interrupt our programming with some cat footage because if you've been following me for a while, then you know that the cats are always getting in the way when I'm filming. So he was just on my notebook there and yeah, being cute. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, wanted to do some custom sticky notes and paper pads. And then in the new year, I do maybe want to do some acrylic keychains, maybe an AirPod case. I'm thinking the head of Postal Bear would be super cute as an AirPod case. Let me know what you guys think. But in my head, he's looking very adorable. Yeah, and I'm sure there's like more products that I just can't think of at the moment, but I'm super excited for the future and what we're bringing to oddloop. So I'm hoping you guys stick around, and thank you all for your support. This is where I'm gonna leave off. So this is not where I'm gonna leave off. I'm just realizing I still have 25 seconds left to this video. What am I saying? Okay, anyways, yeah, thank you all so much for the support. I'm really excited for all these new products that are coming. Again, it's washi tapes and sticky notes, for sure, because those orders are already placed. So yeah, now it's the end. This is the final look of the spread. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.